Got a little bug flying around me. Hello, everybody. If you're popping into the chat, hit the thumbs up, throw some hearts up, just pop in and say hello. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Hello, Elijah. How are you? Hello, Leave It. How are you? Sean, how are you? Justin, how are you? We're going to let some people pop in. Barbara says hello from Ohio. Hello, Witch. How are you? Kimberly, how are you? Deanna, how are you? Ken G, how are you? Rose, how are you? Let's see. Hello, Love Bug, how are you? We'll let some people get in here, folks. Hey, GDC, how are you? Did Shauna pop in? Did I miss Shauna? I've seen somebody say hi to Shauna. Hello, Pepper Moon. Okay, guys, we got 125 people in here right now. If Shauna's in the room, hello, Shauna. Becky, how are you? Yes, she's here. Hello, Shauna. Okay, guys. Patrick just got off the live. It was about a 25-minute live. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over with you. I've taken some notes. I'm going to go over with you what he talked about tonight. For those who were not on the live and were unable to see the live, he started out evidently. Let me answer that real quick. Justin says evidently I see Patrick is posting a bunch of old photos. He is posting a lot of old photos and a lot of the older videos as well. All right, let me start where his video starts off. His live tonight started off with they had all the workers come in down there this past weekend. With the workers, one of the things that he said was, guys, we don't want anybody taking photos. We don't want anybody doing things like that. Evidently, the photos weren't the issue. Somebody evidently made their way onto one of the social media sites and stated just how bad the condition of the house was. And it really upset the group. He thought that he had a group that was a good group and nobody would say anything. They would just come in and clean. Evidently, somebody made reference to the fact of just how bad the house was. Let's see. Oklahoma here, Violet there. Okay. Tenacious Daster, save the drama for your mama. Okay. Also, he talked about Betty tonight. Said that Betty is in very good spirits right now. He talked to Betty and Larry both today. As long as one of the things he did make reference to tonight was Ladybug, I'm gonna try to Ladybug, I'm gonna Lovebug, I'm gonna try to go through everything with this. So if you can just kind of do what you do and make sure we're in good shape there, I would appreciate that. He said Betty was in good spirits. Talked to Betty and Larry today. A lot of people have expressed the simple fact as long as BJ is there, they're not going to help them. Plain and simple. And to be honest with you guys, a lot of people feel that way. They really do. BJ is one of these topics that it brings out a lot of anger in people where BJ is concerned, and as long as she's there, people have said they will not help them. He said that to be, in all fairness, he has no say in that matter. That's up to Larry and Betty and them whether or not she's down there. She does have an eviction to where they filed an eviction notice on her. She has to be gone by the 24th. So 24th of September, she has to be gone off of the property and out of the house. Just to put that out there. She's got a notice to vacate the property. So he did make reference to that. She had a 30-day eviction, so she's running in close now to the final date on the eviction notice. Pam, I'll answer this question for you. And Pam asked, am I donating any money to the Whittakers? I've said it before and I'll say it again. I have no issues donating to the Whittakers, as long as it is something that is set up properly and we know where the money is going. It needs to be in a well-maintained account. Somebody needs to be over the account that we trust. Plain and simple. That's what we're going through right now. Somebody has to be over that account, and they've got to trust them. Okay. All right. Now, as for Ernie, a lot of people wants to know who Ernie is. The baby's made his way downstairs, and he is he is checking. He likes to. I apologize, folks. The baby's had a long day. He wants to come downstairs and play, and I'm trying to do the live chat with you. Again, as long as that account is set up properly, I have no issue donating. And I'm sure there are thousands of people out there that have no issues in donating, as long as the account is set up properly right now. And we'll get into other accounts as well. Again, BJ had a 30-day eviction notice. It's coming due on the 24th. Ernie Evans, he did make reference to Ernie Evans. He said that Ernie and him have known each other for a while. They're just friends. Ernie had contacted him about having the guitar for Timmy, wanted to give the guitar to Timmy. He had made reference there. He just said that Ernie has no involvement at all. He's got solid intentions, and something had come up about $5,000. He said that he had talked to Ernie about doing a meet and greet for the Whittakers, so people could come out and meet and greet the Whittakers. He said that the number was thrown out of $5,000 because they wanted to hire a bluegrass band. The bluegrass band would roughly cost about $5,000. So that was where the $5,000 had come through, where Ernie was concerned. They were going to do a meet and greet. That was one of the things they wanted to do. So many people had evidently reached out to him, said that they would love to meet the Whittakers, and he had went to talk to Ernie about maybe doing a meet and greet. And guys, again, I don't know if any of this is true. I don't know if any of this is lies. The whole thing about it is that I'm just telling you what Patrick said tonight. That's it. Don't shoot the messenger here. They've had no contact with the family, Timmy, Lorraine, or Ray. Again, the house is still an ongoing issue. He did say that, again, he had offered his house to Betty to try to come up with a solution. If they could not come up with a solution of where his house was concerned, he did offer her a piece of his land to where they could put a double wide or something like that on there, because at least he would know that he owned the property and there wasn't anybody arguing over the fact of who owned the property, that he owned the property. Again, just going off of what Patrick had said. He said that there were allegations of abuse from BJ and others, but right now there's no proof of that. They haven't shown any proof, and he had made reference to the fact that people had asked, why is BJ not in jail for, we've heard the abuse on Lorraine, Timmy, Ray. He made reference to the fact there was no proof. Without the proof, there was no way of putting charges against her. Said that they had contacted the Adult Protection Services last week. No luck. They basically said that they cannot see Lorraine, Timmy, and Ray. No luck right now. He's heard nothing on the investigation. The investigation, he said that he has just completely heard nothing on that investigation. He said right now, and bear with me, guys, this is a long list. He said right now he knows of 14 fake accounts that are all under his, using his pictures, using his name, things like that, to please be very careful because you may have somebody reach out to you. You may have somebody ask for something. And again, he said it's not him. And again, guys, I'm only telling you what he said in the live tonight. I'm not on anybody's side here. We're only giving you what he said tonight. Let's see. Again, no proof of abuse. So that's why BJ has not been taken to jail. He did make reference to the fact that the money that was going to the Whittaker YouTube and Facebook, or what, Eric has that money. He did say that tonight. He said Eric has that money. He does not have that money. Whether you believe it or not, that's up to you, but that's what I'm telling you. He said tonight that Eric has that money. He does not have that money. Okay. Flipping the page. He did say that a lot of the charges about BJ being abusive was hyped up. And you know who they were hyped up by, he said. He said, take a look on the 22nd of August. Everything was kind of running smooth until he broke his leg. And when he broke his leg and an individual kind of took over, everything changed. So that's what he said there. Again, he did offer Betty his house. He said that he does have a piece of flat land that he owns that they could maybe put a mobile home on there or something. But he did offer Betty his house. He has not talked to Eric. He has sent him multiple texts. Eric reads them, but does not respond to them. You know how you'll shoot a text to somebody and your picture will pop up and then you'll see it move down to where or the two little check marks will turn blue. That lets you know somebody has read your text. He said that his texts are being read, but Eric's just not responding back to him. Lovebug, I'm sorry. Did he get a job yet? I'm not sure. Nothing was discussed about that on the chat. Let's see. He did say that he's got another group coming in this weekend, and what his plan is this weekend is to have them sign an agreement, and if anything is shared, anything is done, he will handle that situation. He said he would basically shame them in front of 300,000 people. Again, sharing what he said in his live tonight. He said Eric's the only one with access to the Whittaker pages. Excuse me. He said, again, remember a couple days ago, we talked about BJ putting the post up for legal fees for the family and for Betty and things like that. Guys, he said, do not give to that. You know where that's going. If you give money to Betty, if you give money to BJ, you know where it's heading. It is heading in a bad place. There's just no way of getting around it. He made that reference tonight. He said, if you see those posts and something inside of you says, well, I'll give money to Betty's legal team and we'll do, that is BJ just asking for money. Plain and simple. A few people asked if Betty would do a live this coming week. He said that he would ask her. He cannot guarantee if she will do a live or if she wants to do a live, but he will ask her if she is up for doing a live. She may do the live, but the live may be very short and very small. It may just be one of these things to where she can come in and tell you how she's doing, maybe answer a few questions and go from there. Let's see, what else do I have? Yeah, he said that his plan these days are not to do a 3 hour live anymore. He just doesn't want to do that. He's starting to answer the same questions over and over and over and over. And we talked about that earlier today. Um, if there's no movement going on, he's answering the same questions over and over and over. And he said he didn't want to do that. He just didn't want to continue answering questions that he cannot answer. Guys, in a nutshell, that right there, and you can see, I'm talking, he covered a lot in that chat. Uh, a lot of it, though, we kind of knew. Uh, there were a few new things there, especially with the date of BJ being evicted. And again, that will take place on the 24th. She's got a 30-day eviction notice that had been served, and they're waiting on that. Somebody had said something about $5,000 where Ernie was concerned. That again was to be used toward a meet and greet, hiring a bluegrass band. He did not share the bluegrass band's name, but that's what he said there. So, okay. Justin said, Santa, do you believe him? Everything he is saying is on him. It's not on you. It's not on me. If he is lying to everybody, that's on him. He has to answer for the lies that he's putting out there. If he's telling you half truths, he's got to answer for the half lies he's putting out there. Guys, in my opinion, he needs to be careful. He needs to be very honest with people. He needs to be truthful with people. Same way with Eric. If questions are asked, just be truthful. Don't tell lies right now. Look, what's done in the dark's going to come to the light. Guys, that investigation's going to prove something if something is wrong there. Don't lie. Just be honest. Now, I will tell you, he is the one popping up, on his page. And granted, some people say, hey, he's doing that for money and things like that. I haven't seen Eric. I would love to see Eric pop up and answer some questions for us. But again, it's one of those things of sitting here going, you've got an investigation going on. Eric may just be to the point of going, I'm not saying nothing till the investigation's over, and go that direction. I get it. I completely get it. TJ, Eric has been truthful the whole journey and has proof. I pray that's true. I really do, TJ. Once the investigation is done, I have a feeling we will all know what has been truth, what has been lies. Either somebody's going to jail for fraud, or they're not going to find anything and continue to go on about their business. I'm hoping the truth comes out. Like I said, what's done in the dark will come to the light. If these guys are being truthful, let them be truthful. But don't sit there and continue to lie to people if you're going to lie to people. Don't do that. Just be honest. Be truthful. The Whittakers deserve a lot better than that. Plain and simple. Guys, I have no dog in this fight. You're exactly right. Some people love getting on this just to hear Santa say, I have no dog in this fight. I had somebody reach out today. God love them. God bless them. Somebody watched a video, and just like Thunder did today, and I can't think of the individual's name, and I think it was Donnie. I'm sorry. My mind is running 100 miles an hour right now. Somebody sent me $1.99 in one of the little thank you chats. Guys, I've never asked money from you. I don't plan on asking money from you. When you do that, that is on you. And I send you a note back. I say thank you, but that's on you. But somebody sat there and said, when that person donated $1.99 to me today, somebody sat there and said, you know what? Santa's in it for the money. $1.99, and I'm in it for the money. Really? Really? $1.99? If somebody had donated $5,000, we may be talking a different story. But $1.99, and that's the comments you're going to send? Take that hate somewhere else. We don't want that hate in this group. This is a good group. Let's see. Ruth, the Whittakers deserve more. They do. They really do. I want somebody to step up. And I want somebody, an organization, a group, somebody. I would love to see somebody step up, take the Whittakers by the hand, and say, look, we're going to start level foundation. We are going to move forward. We need to figure the problems out. One problem at a time. Here's where you run into your issues. When somebody sits there, and you think about it as an individual yourself, when somebody sits there and goes, we're going to build you a house. You know what comes with that? Planning comes with that. Making sure you have everything in place comes with that. It's not just a matter of just throwing a house down on a piece of land going, oh, there's a house. You can live in this house now. You've got a plan to put that house there. Now, did the Amish have a plan? There's no doubt in my mind the Amish sat there and said, you know, before we do anything, we've got a plan. Did the others around her, before the Amish got involved, did they have a plan? Guys, I don't know. I really don't. But I do know that if you go to build a house, somebody's going to sit there and go, okay, you need concrete, you need wood, you need all of this. Plans have to be made. I just want to see somebody step in with the Whittakers that has a plan, that knows what the Whittakers want, know what they need, know what they deserve, and understand that it's not going to be an easy fix. Guys, you got to remember, with anybody, if I hand anybody $5,000, can I trust you to take that $5,000 and put it in the bank for a rainy day or save it or do something like that? Some people would. Some people would go and spend it. Some people would buy a new TV. Some people, now is that wrong? No. But we all handle money differently. And if you're handing money to the Whittakers and you're thinking that they're taking that money, putting it back for a rainy day, I love to say yes, but then again, I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of people that would sit there and go, Santa, that's probably not happening. Okay, let's grab some questions. Let's see. Oh, somebody did ask a question. That's all. Elizabeth, is anyone allowed to see the three since they've been taken away? How's Betty holding up? As far as I know, Patrick did make reference in his video tonight that he had seen Betty today. He saw Betty and Larry. Her spirits are high. They have contacted Adult Protection Services. Adult Protection Services has not agreed for them to see the family yet. So even though Betty wants to see them and is anxious to see them, Adult Protective Service has shut that down for the time being. Evidently, they will not allow that to happen. Must be hard on Betty, I'm sure. I'm sure it's extremely hard on Betty. Guys, you got to remember, and we've talked about this before, this is a family that one day everybody was sitting on the porch Who just did that? Blessed. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. We'll put that to good use. Uh, Bless just sent $5. I didn't ask that from Bless. I promise you. Thank you. I didn't ask that from her, but thank you. We'll put it to good use. Uh, we'll go get we'll go get some Christmas cards. Thank you. Um, Betty was sitting on that porch with her family. They had been through their their journey with Mark. Mark had ended their journey. Next thing you know, here comes Patrick down. Here comes Eric into the mix. You've got Ernie popping up here and there. Guys, I'm sure this has just been, you know, and then all of a sudden they remove her family from the house. BJ's into the mix. There is no doubt in my mind the tremendous amount of stress that Betty has gone through, that Timmy has gone through, that Lorraine has gone through, that Ray has gone through. It is, I can't fathom it. I've never been removed from my family. Think about that. I've never been removed from my family. There are people that have, and I pray for them. But Betty, I'm sure, Betty is standing there going, "What just happened? What just happened?" Guys, I'm moving things. Hang on, let me see. Which, thank you so much. God bless you. Let's see what Lovebug's doing. Prayers for Irma. Yes, send prayers to Irma's, guys. Mm. Stacy said Patrick has another guy. Guys, and I'll go over this with you again real quick. Please be careful. I had somebody today ask in the chat earlier today if I had a secondary page. Nope. Layla's Toys, Santa, this is me. Somebody is using, the gentleman's name is Cajun something. Somebody is using my videos. Somebody is taking what we do and putting it on his page and using it on his page. If you see those, report those. Guys, this is me. I am only Layla's Toys. Santa is Layla's Toys. That is it. With Patrick, I will say the same thing with Patrick. I'll say the same thing with Eric. Please be careful. There are scammers out there that can take my picture, take my content, put it on their page, run it through to where you think that you're in a page with us and it's not us. Also, somebody made reference today as well. If you are on the Whittaker pages and you sat there and said, I do not want to donate anymore, Santa. I've got a $14, I've got a $7, whatever your membership is on those pages. If you don't want to do that anymore, stop that payment. Go on that page and stop that payment. If you don't stop that payment, what will happen is next month it's going to come out of your checking account. The month after that, it's going to come out of your checking account. Stop those payments. If you do not want to give right now, stop those payments. Redbeard breaks. God bless you, Santa. Eric is a good person. He figured out the Whittaker fast and Mark, and Patrick did him wrong. He went home to his family. Redbeard, awesome. Thank you so much. I would just like to hear from him. That would be my only thing. I would really just love to hear from him, and even if it, and I'll offer it to him here. If he ever wanted to reach out to us, and we could put him in the chat room with us and just talk with him, just answer questions. I'd open it up to you guys. We'd ask the questions. Just ask the questions. That's all we're looking at. Wendy said Betty is still homeless, whether Eric is good or not. Correct. That's what we got to look at, guys. We got to pray for Betty. We got to pray for that family. We really do. And guys, I'm sorry. I know a lot of people have been putting prayer requests in tonight, and Lovebug's been on top of it. And how, Jerry? How is Cam? His numbers have been high lately. They did something for him a couple nights ago that was unbelievable. Elizabeth, thank you so much. We love you, Santa. Thank you for caring. It's what we do, Elizabeth. It's what we do. Thank you. I love you. Um, they did a Jeep parade for him. This was the first Jeep parade I have ever been to. And for some reason, people who drive Jeeps love rubber ducks. And I don't know what the rubber ducks are all about. Um, but they love, if somebody can explain that to me and let me know why people who drive Jeeps love the rubber ducks, I'd love to know that. Uh, let's see. Ashley, Betty isn't homeless though. She still has a home and is staying there. Correct. She still is at the house down there. Uh, and as far as I know, maybe Larry's down there with her staying. Uh, but no, they did a Jeep parade for him the other night. He sat out on the lawn, and it was their version of a Christmas parade. And guess who was on the fire truck at the end of the parade? Santa. Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus. But it was a great night. It was an unbelievable experience. Like I said, his numbers have been high lately. He's his spirit in God is extremely strong. Yeah. And Cam is a young man that we talked about a while back, and we've been sending some Christmas cards. And I put a video up, and I had the address up for the Christmas cards on, and YouTube said, hey, can you take that down? They were scared that people would be nasty and hateful. Uh, and I'm not saying everybody, but one bad apple spoils the bunch. And they were worried about people would send him nasty and hateful messages, so they took it down. Um, oh, I saw a Jeep. Oh, Deborah says that you put a duck on the door to say that you're an admirer of the Jeep. It's a Jeep Club thing. Tara said, you got ducked. They place cute, colorful ducks on your Jeep for love. Wow, look at that. I don't know anything about that because I drive a pickup truck. It's green. Before you ask if it's red, it's green. I have a green pickup truck. So I try to blend in with the Christmas tree so I can maneuver. Um, let's see. Midwest Mom, thank you so much. Just Duckin' is a fun social tradition where Jeep owners leave small rubber ducks on other Jeeps as a gesture of kindness and appreciation for the vehicle. Started in 2020. Midwest Mom, thank you so much. I'll go buy some ducks for Cam. But no, he had a great night that night. People have been coming by his house. The blow up figures, not the mold ones, but the blow up ones that you put in your yard. People have been buying those, bringing them over to his house, and his mom has been putting them in the front yard. He probably has about 50 of those in the front yard right now, and it's been amazing to watch those go up. And um, I have a young lady who is very near and dear to my heart, her and her husband. Cam's mom works for this young lady's husband, and she keeps me updated and lets me know what's going on. And that young man is a true blessing. The first time I'd ever met him, never met him before in my life. First time I ever met him, he come up to me and gave me a hug. That's the love that this young man has in him. He's never met anybody in the world he didn't give a hug to. Let's see. Ken G said sometimes it's more fun to talk about Jeeps. Guys, and we talked about that this morning and earlier today. There's going to be times where, like tonight, I just shared with you a lot of information with the chat. There's going to come times where even Patrick made reference to it in the video. He's going to come on and he's going to just constantly keep telling you the same thing. We don't know what you're getting out of that video. I would much rather open the video up, have conversations with you. If I'm going to sit here and just recycle things to you, um, I would love to sit here and do prayer requests. I would love to sit here and just have a conversation with you. Sometimes people need that. Sometimes people just need to talk to somebody. So, excuse me. The little one upstairs has the crud, and guess what he shared with Santa? He shared the crud with Santa. Um, let's see. Thank you, Gary. I appreciate that. Deborah said, God is good. Hello. Get out of town. Are you, who just put that up there? Are you kidding me? Who just, not that Pam. Cows for Subarus. Are you telling me they put little cows on Subarus? How did I miss this stuff, guys? That is, oh, wow. Kenji, he's upstairs. Yes, he's upstairs with Mama. And we've got some stuff going on. And hello, love animals. Justin said, it's easy to look up somebody's rap sheet. It only costs like $10. That's true. You think a lot of this stuff would be locked up or hidden or things like that. But no, you can find out a lot of information if you really sit down and start going over things and putting addresses in and phone numbers and things like that on the computer. You'd be surprised what you can find. There's a lot of information out there uh, with the state, with the county, with the government. There's a lot of stuff out there that you can find fairly easily. Oh, somebody said, Wendy said, Santa, kids love to share, not always their toys, but germs, 100%. Uh, he goes to a preschool, and they had a kid at the preschool come in the other day who was extremely sick, and guess what he shared? So half the classroom has now been out, and to be honest with you, he was here with us today and will probably be with us tomorrow as well. Um, for the earlier video, if y'all saw, he had a Grinch shirt on. We need to do something about the Grinch shirt. Ginger says, I have 7 children and 2 beautiful grandchildren. Um, Maria, she is from Ecuador, says, Santa sending you tons of blessings and love. Thank you so much. Uh, Deborah said, every year my daughter starts back to school, and guess what? We all get sick. Yes. I don't know. I guess it's because all the kids are coming back in, and one of them gets it, and one of them. Um, but I'm constantly looking at him going, cover your sneeze, get you a tissue, wash your hands. It's a constant flow, it's a constant chore of just trying to keep these guys safe. And 2 nights ago, like I said, we ended up in the emergency room with him. His esophagus had started to contract a little bit, and he was having a rough time breathing. They put him on a steroid, and when they put him on the steroid, it was like they had taken rocket fuel and put into him. He was bouncing off the walls for about 24 hours. And so it was an interesting day. Um, Prayers for Sharon's grandson. Sharon, I'm praying for you. Deanna said, is it asthma? I don't think it's asthma as much as it is just the croup. that's going around and the drainage that is behind him there. That's, when he sets up and it's going down. Uh, Thank you, Mela. I appreciate that. Uh-oh. Ken, what did you see? I want to make sure. Okay. Ken said, guys, did you see the news today? They think taking Tylenol during pregnancy causes autism. That's what the president came out and said today. Um, he did come out and say that today. Now, he did say that if you had a fever and you were a pregnant woman and had a fever and it was something you couldn't get through, that you could still take the Tylenol. Um, how fast does Tylenol sue? That was the first thing I thought about when he come out and started saying that Tylenol caused this problem. Do you think Tylenol comes out and says, "Hey, we don't appreciate that. We're going to sue"? And it's the way the world works. And I got a feeling that some people probably took it the wrong way. And um, Deborah said my doctor told me that that was all she could take was Tylenol. Yes. Ginger said, "Lovebug, will you let Santa know what I said about him calling me? I would really appreciate it." Yes. I seen that on my YouTube channel about Tylenol. My son is autistic. I took Tylenol during my pregnancy, but I was put on a lot of other meds as well, so she's confused. I get it. I get it. When you go into the hospital, boy, they start loading you up with a lot of things, and um, you just never know. I had a doctor, I'm allergic to codeine, and I had a doctor tell me one night that I had I had fallen and hurt my ankle. I broke my ankle and I was in pain. And I said, "Can you help me?" And he goes, "I'd be able to help you a whole lot more if you weren't allergic to codeine." And I said, "But you're the doctor. Figure it out. Help me. I'm in pain. My ankle's broken. Help me out here." They figured it out, got it taken care of. Guys, I know when you're allergic to something that it stresses you out and things like that, but hopefully you're a good enough doctor to figure it out. Deborah said, "I bet it wasn't due to Tylenol. Could be." Justin says codeine is very addictive. When I had my appendix out, they had given it to me, and that's when it's a family allergy. All the elves, the reindeers, we all have codeine issues, and I swell. Man, it contracts, and it is bad. And I found that out the hard way when I had my appendix out, and they didn't realize that I was allergic to codeine. Uh, let's all pray for Eli, Malaya's mom. Pray for her. Lovebug says, "I'm allergic to codeine as well." Yes. Let's see. Praying for Eli tonight. Yes, definitely. Why are your eyes dilated? Are they? It may be where I'm bending down looking into this phone. Wow, my eyes move a lot, don't they? Boop, 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 boop. Ibuprofen. Wendy said ibuprofen is strong. Yes. Malaya's mom, you hang in there. She says, "Thank you, everyone. I just got the news today and I'm beside myself. I have done nothing but cry and asked why." Listen to me. You got to be strong. You got to be strong here. Talk to him upstairs. It's okay to ask why. It's okay to ask questions. But the thing you've got to remember is we ask in our time, he'll answer in his. Don't expect things are going to happen overnight. We ask in ours, he answers in his. That's the key thing you've got to remember. You've also got to remember that you are in a group of people who are praying for you, people who love you, people who care about you. Guys, every day I get messages. Santa, I've never been in a group like this before. I've never seen this on YouTube before. It's okay to be different. It's okay to love people and respect their opinions. It's okay. I promise you. Let's see. Deborah said, your eyes don't look dilated to me. I really think it's where I'm leaning in looking. I'm blind. I'm blind, plain and simple. When you fly as much as I fly and snow and things off of the reindeer come back into your face, glasses are the best thing to have. Trust me. I'm telling you that now. Linda, how are the Whittakers doing? Okay, let's go over this real quick again for Linda there, because Linda may not have been there. Betty evidently went down and talked to Adult Protection Services. They will not let her see the 3 right now. I think that's just a protection issue to making sure that, things are going well. Patrick, in his video today, did say that he had talked with Betty and Larry today. Betty was in very good spirits today. So, for everything that's going on, they seem to be in good spirits so far. I think it's getting to the point where people are understanding that this is going to be a process. This was not something that they left today and they'll be back tomorrow. No, this will be a process. This is something that will have to be worked on. This is something that has to be worked out. We've just got to figure it out. James says Jesus loves you. Same to you, brother. Uh-oh, what is that? Malaya's mom. I will keep that in mind. Malaya's mom. I will definitely keep that in mind. I can't believe I just got a marriage proposal. Thank you, Jeanette. God bless you. Hold on, let me give it to you. You made my night there. Uh-oh. Bye, Mark. Mark's gone. Miserable old man. I'm Santa, the miserable old man. Jerry, I'll work on it for you. I promise you. Deborah said she needs a new refrigerator. Love bug, I didn't mean to step in, but I saw that, and guys, there will come a time where I probably will need a couple more moderators just to help Love Bug in here. And I can't promise you we'll keep all the negativity out of here. I can't promise you that the work that we're doing, the goodness that is in our hearts, you know who shows up for that. Devil makes his way into this room with us, guys. He doesn't want us being kind and loving and cheerful to each other. He doesn't want that. He does not want that. But guess what? The big man upstairs does. And that's what we're going to be. We're going to be loving, caring. We're going to have prayer requests for people. We're going to say prayers for people. And we're going to make sure that everybody knows they're loved. Everybody knows they're valued. Everybody knows they're cared for. And we're going to go against the norm here, folks. We're going to be good to each other. We're not going to attack each other. We're not going to say things about each other. Promise you, we're going to be good to each other. Plain and simple. Let's see. Christy D. Like I said, I'm gonna keep that in mind. Uh-oh. Let me find up. Kate Coop said, "You're doing it for the money." Really? Come on. Kate Coop, I'm gonna share this with you. And I know we just booted you out of the room, but I apologize. Not everybody does things for money, buddy. You know, one of the guys I work with and I do the radio show with, his name is Greg. And we have a saying. And the saying that we have is, because of the way I am, everybody loves me, they tolerate him. It's just a matter of caring about people and loving people and sharing with people. I've never met anybody I didn't love. We are all brothers and sisters in Christ. Plain and simple. God didn't put me here to hate you. God put me here to love you and to care about you. What does hate get you at the end of the day? Absolutely nothing. Plain and simple. Absolutely nothing. I would much rather take my time and do prayer requests. Lovebug said, "We're all kin folks." You got it. Way too much hate in the world. Way too much hate in the world. Wendy said, Wendy, here's the thing. I have no issues talking about the Whittakers. I'd love to talk about the Whittakers. I just don't want to beat you over the head with the same thing every day. I understand when people come into the room, they want to know if we have an update on Betty, if we have an update on Timmy, do we have an update on Lorraine, do we have an update on Ray? I'd love to be able to come on here every day and say, guys, I've got a new update for you. But when we don't have an update, I just don't want to keep beating you over the head with it. I'd much rather take that energy and say, guys, who needs a prayer today? Who wants to be blessed today? Who wants to be kind today? Who wants to be good today? I'd much rather do that. I'd much rather do that than sit there and, say that, 7 people come to the house on Saturday. Well, what'd you learn today? 7 people come to the house on Saturday. What'd you learn today? 7 people come to the house on Saturday. Yeah. If it's new, sure, share it. But if it's not new and we just keep recycling it, yeah, I'd much rather open the chat up to people and just sit there and throw out good thoughts. Wendy said she likes the fact that we can just talk about anything. James, isn't that the truth? James says, guys, I don't have enough subscribers to be getting rich off of YouTube. Isn't that the truth? I have struggled for how many years now to get 50,000 subscribers? And I thought that was huge the other day when I got 50,000 subscribers. And thank you for all the kind words. Oh, Ross wants to know, what's everybody dressing up as? It's Halloween. Ross, I'll give you a hint on what I'm dressing up as. What do you think? I'll give you one shot. Take that shot. Janet says, I'm hearing reindeers, snowballs. You got it. Kathy said prayers. Deborah said, please pray for her family, guys. Put your hands up tonight and pray for Deborah's family. There's a lot of people out there hurting tonight, folks. A lot of people. I know I have it in my family. Deborah has it in her family tonight. There's a lot of people out there who just need a prayer. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. You know, and guess what it cost you? Absolutely nothing. That when I talk to God at night, when I talk to God in the morning, and I ask to pray for everybody in this group, doesn't cost me a dime. I'm not asking for a dime. At night, doesn't cost me a dime. It's just people being good for people. Plain and simple. Heather says, please pray for me as I go for my second chemo Wednesday. We got you, Heather. Guys, throw some prayers out to Heather tonight. Let's see. Sharon said, Super Pac-Man. Oh, Superman. She's got costume for her dogs. Look at that. Superman and My Little Pony. That is awesome. Yeah, last year the reindeers thought it was funny and all of them dressed up like me. It's not cute. Not cute. Why would you poke the big man? Not cute. Oh, Jeanette said they have a greyhound, and one year they dressed him up as a greyhound bus. How smart is that? I love that. Praying for Heather tonight. Yes, definitely. Guys, I'm going to get off here tonight. We're going on an hour. I want you to take care of yourself. Let's see. Anna said, I don't like Halloween. Never had, even as a child. Okay. I get that. I understand that. I have a niece who loves it. She puts just as much into decorating for Halloween as she does for Christmas. It's amazing to see some of the stuff that's out there. Guys, good night. Go out and do something good for somebody tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Pray for the Whittakers. Pray for this group. People that have thrown out prayer requests tonight, pray for them. Guys, be good to each other. Be kind to one another. It doesn't cost a thing. It does not cost a thing. God bless you. Pray for the Whittakers. Pray for the Kirks. Continue to do that. Pray for those two babies and that young lady. Definitely, they need your prayers now more than ever. Just be good, guys. God bless you. I love you. And I will see you probably tomorrow sometime. I'll send out an inspirational message in the morning. And y'all have a blessed and glorious night. Love you guys. Bye now.